Okay. I don't know all the legal terms. I just know that people that have gone through this, another parent just can't say a claim. There has to be research.
Just to be
There's
evidence.
no.
Think.
I've never done anything
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that you did. I'm
remotely
just
wrong
saying,
in my life ever.
huh?
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life ever. And for him to say the things that he said, everything he said to the judge, everything that he documented in court on record when I wasn't even present,
Shame.
court hearings
Why
that I
didn't you go
didn't,
to the court hearing?
Shame.
I didn't know about them.
I know I say this often, but the person in this video is absolutely ridiculous. Pathological lying, fake pastor who gets exposed on the Kendra G dating show. How quickly it transitions from dating show into a courtroom is absolutely hilarious. But a little bit of info about the lovely young lady before us. She's 39 years old. At least she claims 39. She looks way older to me. 5 kids. 3 baby daddies, previously married, had her first kid at 15 years old, but comes in with this shady story about how her kids were taken away by the baby father. Then she created a GoFundMe because she claims that the kids got kidnapped. I know this is a long one, but let's watch that. Through Kendra G's questioning, she gradually exposes her lies. Without further ado.
So how old are you, boo?
39.
39. And
Big
where you
cap.
Yeah,
from?
I just put everything in the chat when you were talking to the guy because they kept saying you should match us together, but I don't think so.
I should match you. You called me before?
You hung up when I had the light off.
Oh, so you were just in the car a second ago. Okay, no, I'm going to talk to you directly right now. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Renee, 39, where you live?
Maryland.
And do you have any children?
Yes, I have 5.
Really? How old are your 5 kids?
24, 21, 14, 12, and 8.
21, 14, 12. What is it again?
14, 12, and 8.
14, 12, and 8. Okay. Oh, 24 too?
Yes.
So 24, 21, 14, 12, and 8.
Yep.
All by the same man?
No.
How many men?
So my oldest 2 are from my ex-husband, and then I had a crazy situation, and I had 2 more, and then 1 more.
How many men, baby girl, do you have kids by?
3.
3. And you was married once?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a software engineer for a telehealth company, and I also DJ full-time, and I'm also now a pastor.
Woo! So you a software engineer, a DJ, and a pastor?
Yes.
How long you been a pastor for?
For the past about this past summer was really crazy. I got baptized twice, and then
Girl, hold on. You answered no question I asked you directly.
How
long you been a pastor for?
It's been since June, so 6-7 months.
Kenji actually brings up a good point here. Always keep in mind people that do not answer questions directly. They always find some other way to try to answer in a roundabout way. And that's because their mind is thinking through whatever lies that they're trying to tell you based on the story that they want you to perceive of them.
Okay. All right. So, and what's your zodiac sign, Renee?
Scorpio.
All right, let's do it. We got Renee, 39, Scorpio, Maryland, mom to 5, 3 men, was married once. She's a software engineer, a DJ, and a pastor. Are you a gospel DJ?
And an author. I just actually put a book out. It's on kdp.com.
Okay, you got an author. Are you a gospel DJ? Yes.
I do gospel go-go. I have some songs out that I wrote, and I'm about to start touring. I have the book signing coming up.
Okay, we're not promoting. We're not going to promote the book again.
No. I'm just saying it's coming out. It's not out yet, but it's coming out.
Okay, Renee, what kind of man are you looking for, honey?
I want somebody that's on my same level that can appreciate a good woman that works hard and makes their own way. I've been doing it since I was 14 years old, and I don't appreciate slackers because that's what they like to do, to leech. And I just got out of a situationship where, he thought he was going to try that, but he didn't because he knew better, but it just wasn't working out apparently, so.
You should be asking yourself at this current junction, a woman with 5 kids and 4-ish jobs, currently actively dating, saying that she was in a situationship, but not really because he knew better. There's a degree of ego that she's demonstrating. Baby girl, you've demonstrated bad decision making through the entirety of your life, specifically with your womb. I don't believe that you're an IT engineer whatsoever. But Kendra at this point is still giving the young scammer the benefit of the doubt. But let's see where she goes from here.
I just had to move right along.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My oldest two are grown, so I have help. Thank you.
What happened? What's going on?
No, the comments. Somebody said you have 5 kids. I have 2 that are grown and they help. One is in the Air Force that makes, and he's married and makes over $100,000 a year. And the other one, the 21-year-old, has his own HVAC company. So they have very good. I make good children. Thank you.
She just makes good children. Okay.
And over the next couple of minutes, Kendra asks her about what she's interested in. We don't care about any of that. Let's skip to her next admission.
Should he make a certain amount of money?
Like I said, it doesn't matter, but as long as you're on the same level as I am, as far as work life.
And what level is that, honey?
I like to travel. I make over. I don't want to say them on here because I'm going through a custody battle right now. But I make a decent amount of money. I'm doing pretty well.
So you want a man that makes what you make?
Or more, preferably more, because I would prefer a man that will take care of me. Yes.
You want a man
But
I
don't need somebody to take care of me, but it would be nice, for once.
Okay.
Would you date a man that doesn't make more than you?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam.
All right, so now I gotta.
You can't do worse than your baby daddies, baby.
Well, girlfriend, you call me and you say you've been watching the show, and you know I'm gonna ask, why y'all call me like I be bothering y'all? I'm confused. Y'all call me knowing every question I'm gonna ask y'all to do, and then y'all be like, "Well, I'm in the car."
Every time I try calling you from home, you never answer.
Well, I don't know, girlfriend. You knew you was gonna be here, and you've been waiting. You gotta get in front of the headlights. We gotta do the Kendra Cam, honey child. You 39 years old. You already knew what you was doing when you called me. I do not understand this part ever. Y'all volunteer literally to call me and then get mad at me.
Can you see me?
We gotta see your legs, honey. Okay, here we go. We can see you.
I'm not fat. I'm built, and I'm not. I work out every day.
What you say, baby girl?
I said I'm not fat. I'm slim built, and I work out every day.
Now at this point, Kendra's on to the bullshit, but begins to ask about when the last time that she's been in a relationship. Look how she answers.
I'm slim built, and I work out every day.
Okay. When was your last relationship, Renee?
Like a real relationship or a fake relationship?
What you consider your last relationship?
She never answers.
We actually broke up maybe a few days ago.
So you were in a committed relationship, and when did that, honey, Renee? So was it 2 days ago you broke up with somebody? You giving me the hardest time with a direct answer. When did your last relationship end?
The last it was over almost a year ago.
So what'd you say a few days ago? How we go from a few days to a year?
That's who she was getting eggplant from.
It wasn't what I consider a relationship.
Okay, so a year ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's been a long time.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Probably getting out more in public on my body, mostly staying and I don't know, voicing, talking to people. I get to talk to people. I have a problem with doing that. Like I've always.
Aren't you a pastor? I would think a pastor talks to people all the time.
I mean, when I'm in church, it's totally different because I know what topic I'm talking about. I talk, I'm not talking about the Lord right now. That's very passionate about. If you read the book, you'll understand. It's like an alter ego situation where I can bring myself out a lot better, talk to people better when I'm in my.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's evasive when answering questions. She's bragging about all the things that she does, even down to the things that her sons do. But the conversation goes completely off of the rails after she offers that her children were kidnapped.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, my kids were kidnapped. Yeah. If you're looking at the book or somebody said something in the comments. But yeah, I I feel like I would,
Look at
be a great
Your
asset to it.
kids, they're telling me your kids were kidnapped?
My younger two, their father kidnapped them from visitation and never brought them back.
Oh, they're telling me that you have a GoFundMe on your page.
Yeah.
So you want to date during this time?
So I've been going through this for the past 3.5 years, and I've had two sorry attorneys that never helped. And
So
pay
your
attention.
12-year-old and your 8-year-old are not in your custody?
no, the 12 and 14-year-old.
The 12, so you haven't seen them in 3 years?
No.
She hasn't seen him in 3 years, actively dating, complaining about being in situationships. If you were the parent and you lost visitation all of a sudden, why is your focus on dating at all? You haven't seen him in 3 years. You're bragging about the sons that make $100,000 per year, but you're not talking about that.
Oh, wow.
Still fighting.
Okay.
I'm still fighting to get them back.
Well, you just said that you make a good amount of money, so why would you need a GoFundMe?
That's what I'm saying. I've spent over $150,000 in attorney's fees.
Sure you did.
Okay.
Yeah. I still have to take care of my parents. I still have to take care of and maintain a home for my other children and things like that. So it's not like, I'm not broke. I have money. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to it.
That's why she wants a provider.
Nobody knows what you're going through unless they go through it themselves. So.
Okay, so okay, this is a different component. The cousins, they gonna find out everything, child. I would have never knew this unless the comment section went to go find out. So,
no, everybody deserves love. If you think that just because I'm going through all this stuff, I haven't let it not once bog me down to the point where I can't focus on what I need to do. The system is what it is, and that's the problem with the things that are going on today. Is that the system is manipulative and is using people as, today is modern day slavery. Nobody's getting that. Everybody, like you said, want to get off the app and go pray, that's fine. Go do that.
I guess my question is this. So you don't he doesn't have any family members? Like your kids are, I just feel like, have you hired a private investigator?
Yes.
And so your kids, you have absolutely no idea where they are in this world.
They're with their dad. I'm sure.
I know that, but what I'm saying, you don't know his mama, his sister, his cousin, his brother. He don't got no IG page.
Kidnapped is wild.
I'm just trying to understand, because I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would think with all the technology we have today, you could at least know the city or state. So you have no idea what city or state they're in?
Oh, they're here. They're in Maryland. Yeah.
Also, you know where they are.
So then that's not kidnapped. Kidnapped denotes that you don't know where they are, because if you did know where they were, you can go get help by the state via the police to get them unkidnapped. Or is it that you lost custody? She talks so much about the system, how it's against black, and all this other bullshit. If a woman loses custody in 2025, know that something is egregiously wrong with her.
So why can't you pull up?
So, okay, the story, what happened with all that is that he pretty much lied and got a false protective order. When he did that,
real quick though. So it's not fair to say kidnap then, because hold on, just real quick. When you say kidnap, we're thinking kidnap, gone, you don't know where they are, you can't. So that's not true. You know where your children are.
Well, illegally, he did kidnap them because he never signed their birth certificates. And I have been directed that I need to go file charges, but every time I do anything, nothing ever happens because his dad is an ex-cop. So he has everybody in the county on his side, even people that are in Department of Social Service. It's a lot to it.
But wait a minute. So are you saying you do know where your children are in this world?
Yes.
And legally,
I've called I don't know how many times to do welfare checks on them. They won't.
No. But outside of that, because you just said that they're telling you to press charges. You didn't press charges?
No.
Why not?
She want them kids back.
Like I said, every time I do anything, he gets it reversed or removed, and it comes back on me. It's almost like the devil's advocate. I understand what you're saying, but I've done and listened to all these people all this time, and everything that I've done, it always backfires.
So the judge, you've gone to a judge, and so is there an order that because I don't know everything, so I'm not trying to pretend like I know everything, but this almost sounds like a case where he has something against you. Right.
He wouldn't file a false protective order.
And they just automatically approved it? They don't, from my understanding, they just don't get them, he has to make some things proven, to get it proved.
That's the thing, though. He was out of jurisdiction when he filed it. I was living in Virginia, and they were being dropped off and picked up in PG County, Maryland. And when he filed it, it was totally bogus, and they went.
So if it was totally bogus, then why did he still have custody of the kids? Also notice, by the way, that she's answering questions directly when it comes to this situation. What happened to your kids? They were kidnapped. That's a direct answer. Legitimately, one of the first direct answers that she's given up on her seat. When it comes to her own perception, she's evasive and, in fact, inflating her ego with the things that she's done within her life. But when it comes to the perception of her opposition, she's very direct when it comes to labeling something that she wants the audience to perceive him as. Also notice that she's constantly looking down in the comment section because she cares about this perception. She's trying to judge if her story is believable. Imagine claiming that you're in a fierce custody battle and you up here on a dating show.
But what I'm saying is,
Correct.
So you're saying there was no, how was he able to get it approved if you did nothing?
He lied. And I had
but they have to, because I have friends that go through this stuff. But hold on real quick. They have to interview you, and they have to also interview the kids. I have a friend that's going through this with his ex-wife, and it's not that simple. When you fight, they can't just take the person's word. They have to be interviewed. The kid has to be interviewed. So you got interviewed, and the kids got interviewed?
And she lost custody.
He went to someone that he knew, because the lady called me after 5 o'clock Friday. It was somebody that he knew. Her name was Ashley Powell, a social worker that his sister worked with.
So, but the kids were interviewed and they co-signed whatever he said?
They were interviewed, but my kids did not talk to them.
Your kids didn't talk to the people that got interviewed?
No.
So, okay. So basically you're saying for the last 3 years, you legally are not able to see your children.
He kidnapped my children and out of false protection.
So what is the money you're raising for?
To get an attorney to get my kids back, because I haven't been able to find an attorney that he hasn't corrupted.
So you need money to get a new attorney?
Yes. I've had 3, and all 3 of them have failed. They have not, well, actually 4.
Now, she said 2 in the beginning. Now she's saying 4. So with all of this money that you make, you hired 4 different attorneys. And because they were unable to get what you want, they're all of a sudden trash? How about they couldn't do anything with your crazy ass and whatever you did within the situation that you're not telling us? A pastor running GoFundMe scams is wild. Let's go.
Okay. I don't know all the legal terms. I just know that people that have gone through this, but I do know this. Another parent just can't say a claim. There has to be research.
I've never done anything like.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that you did. I'm just saying
in my life ever.
Huh?
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life ever. And for him to say the things that he said, he said to the judge, everything that he documented in court on record when I wasn't even present.
Shame.
Court hearings.
Why didn't you go to the court hearing?
Shame. I didn't know about him. He wouldn't file things that I didn't even know about. He was sending,
but don't you have? But you have to be served.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't get served.
He was sending everything to an old address in Prince Frederick, Maryland.
But it doesn't fly by the judge if you. So were you served?
Kendra, I have all the proof that he sent all this stuff to.
No, I understand that. No, I'm asking you a direct question, Renee, because you don't ever answer my question directly. Did he serve you with the papers? Did someone serve you?
Never.
Then legally he can't even do that in court because they have to be served.
Exactly.
Now that I do know. You can't have a court hearing if the person doesn't know about it.
Every single thing that he sent to my old P.O. box, it was, recorded on the register in the courthouse because they have to send you a copy of it. He was using the address that I had over 7 years ago when he knew I lived.
But what I'm saying is you can send addresses, but in order for a judge to move forward with the hearing, they have to have proof that you were served the date. So even if he sent it to your house, that's not proof of service.
But also, Kendra, how does she know that? Somehow she knows that he was sending them to the old address. Someone who truly doesn't know or wasn't served wouldn't know that.
Exactly. So a judge is not even supposed to go forward unless you were served and you just didn't show up.
That's not true. Every time I get notice of a date, I'm there. I don't play about my kids.
So since then you have gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
So when you go to the court, why is the judge saying you can't see your kids? Like, what is the judge saying? What is the reason that the judge is saying?
That's a very good question. The last time I was before the judge, she did say that I have visitation as far as being able to see them. I was supposed to be able to see them every 3 days on audio, video calls. So that was granted.
Wow.
And when I call, he does not answer. He won't let the kids call me or talk to me.
When was this?
This has been since last September.
And the last time you seen your kids was 3 years ago.
In person, almost 3 years ago.
Oh, now you. So you see. So when did you see? So when's the last time you saw your kids? Period.
So he saw the last time I saw them on the video calls was in October.
And after that, it just stopped.
Stop. Yeah.
I still think it's misleading to say that you're raising money for your kids being kidnapped, because when you say that and we're a new audience, like kidnap is such a strong word that without knowing all this information that you just gave, I would think literally kidnap.
And trust me, I tried to look for the GoFundMe. It doesn't appear to be there anymore. And I would guess either GoFundMe or she took it down after this video. She more than likely set up the GoFundMe with the word kidnap in it when it's not kidnap. You lost custody, most likely because you're abusive. The judge granted you digital rights to see your children. Anything but kidnap. Sounds like he rescued them from you.
That was when that happened that I put it out. So yeah.
Well, you haven't changed the girlfriend. It's still up there because this is what they're telling me. So I want to believe. All I can ever do is take your word. But the more I ask you questions, and even when I was asking you questions before, it seemed like you wasn't answering all the way. So I don't know what the truth or the lie is. I have to be honest. My first time meeting you, first time having a conversation with you. And I don't know your real situation. I just know people that have gone through this. One of my close friends, and it's you just can't, there's month after month, yes. But if you're really fighting, not saying you're not fighting for your kids, I'm not saying that, but you still have rights unless they prove something beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are unfit to be around them.
Exactly.
And you're saying, and what did he say to get the judge to agree to that? What was the allegation that he made?
He filed so many false petitions to the court. I did not.
But what were some of the things that he said?
I was not present because I didn't know about the court hearings.
But but they make you aware. They tell you didn't get no paperwork.
She doesn't want to say.
I'm telling you, he either has somebody impersonating or he, like I said, sending them to the old
Okay,
address.
but when you went to the court yourself, didn't you ask why is this in place? What did they tell you?
Okay, so when I went to the courthouse to get paperwork and everything, because I needed to get proof of everything that was going on, when I was trying to find a new attorney, they would give me paperwork that were in the file. They keep a file, right? Mm-hmm. So they were giving me paperwork out of the file, but we're not giving me everything that I asked for. So
well, what I'm saying is no. This is what I'm saying. You said you had lawyers. Your lawyer, bare minimum, has to know the charge, the allegation. So the lawyer never. So they just said. You don't so basically the lawyer said, we taking your kids. They didn't give no reason. The judge agreed. That's what the lawyer said.
That's what she's saying.
When I get an attorney that will willingly help me, the past have not helped me.
No. I asked you this question because the bare minimum, you're supposed to know the allegation of why your kids are being kept from you. Right. Now that that's bare minimum. So they never gave you the reason he said to keep your children away.
No. And
this has been going on for 3 years.
Yes, back and forth. It started during COVID. That happened. All the court, everything shut down. It was impossible for me to get hearing.
So what were your lawyers doing?
Absolutely nothing. Just taking my money.
I want to believe you, but that part's hard to believe.
I wish the people that keep saying.
Okay, bottom line is this. On the paperwork, but listen, but Renee. Renee, real quick. On the paperwork. Hold on, Renee. Renee, you may have missed the court date, but if you got the paperwork sent, on the paperwork, it tells you the reason that they say.
They have not given me not one thing saying anything, is what I'm trying to explain.
What does the paperwork say then?
My rights have been violated.
Huh?
His name is not one of their birth certificates. My civil rights have been violated, and I'm still fighting to find an attorney that will help me.
Okay.
At this point, I'm starting to think that she has some serious mental health issues. Not only has she said that she's not done anything wrong in her life ever, but Her degree of victimhood within all of this is astounding. She's a victim of the court system. She's a victim of the baby's father. She's a victim of 4 lawyers while posturing kidnapping when it's not really kidnapping. This songwriting, touring, book writing software engineer needs her own classification in the DSM-5.
But what I'm asking is this, because listen, we all want to help you, but these answers were just confused. On the paperwork, what does it say?
So, okay, the paperwork is basically saying he got a false protective order saying I was abusing my kids and I've never abused my children.
Okay, stop right there. That's what it is. Whether it's true or not, I know that you had to know the claim. That's why I'm still here going here, because I can't. Now, that to me is a lie. Like, I know enough to know that whether you missed the court date, you already claimed that you got the paper, so you could have got the information of the hearing later. But bare minimum, the paperwork has the allegation stated.
Right.
So you were saying all this time, I'm going to tell you, Renee, people want to believe you, but you're not coming across believable. So you said this whole time you never knew what he claimed. And I was like, that can't be true, because that doesn't make any sense. The first page of an affidavit will tell you what the claim is. So now you finally said, he said you had child endangerment. Whether it's true or not, that's the allegation. That's what we were asking. Right. What was the allegation that he said? And you waited all this time to try to make us pretend like you never knew. And I'm like, girlfriend, you got to know that much.
So, yeah, that's when he filed the false protective order saying, it's not that I'm lying. First of all, I'm going through a lot. So if anybody thinks I'm lying about anything, that's not the case.
You lied to us a couple of times, Renee, so we want to believe you, but it's hard to believe when you lie.
I'm not lying.
You lied.
It's just
because I asked you questions, you know the allegation, and you said no. And that's why I quit. And I wouldn't let it go, because I knew that you had to at least know what the allegation was. Now, the allegation could be false, but to say that you have no idea what the allegation is, even I know you have to know that much. There's no way somebody can have your kids from you for 3 years and they just went to a judge and say, I want my kids, shut her out, case closed. It doesn't work that way. Even I know that much. Now, I'm not saying what he said is true. I can't confirm that. But I knew you had to know what the claim was.
Everybody is sitting there laughing and thinking this is funny when I haven't seen my babies that came out of my stomach.
Being a victim.
You know, that's just pure evil. And I have never done anything to hurt my children. My oldest 2 can attest to that, because they are brought up and raised 100% perfectly in good shape and form. I've never done anything. That's why I love children. That's why I'm a teacher and a pastor. Like, everybody that knows me knows the facts that I would never do anything to hurt my kids. So I'm not a liar. And yeah, I do get confused about things because I've never gone through this before. So that's
Girl, I can't give you that one. It was a clear question. It wasn't confusing. You didn't want to answer it.
From the beginning. No, that was like what he did. He filed the false.
I know, but that's what I was asking you. So I will say this. I gotta just be honest. I'm not excusing their behavior, but girl, you called into a dating show.
Right.
You already know how they get down. You know they're gonna go to your page. So I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but you can't call us and then get mad for us being us. That's who we are over here. When you call us, we gonna be us.
Saying everything that I've been through, and it's been torture. You know, I have nightmares all the time about what he's doing to my children. Like he's done things to me, So, you know, I can only disdain what could be happening to my own daughter that's 12. You know.
Now I'm gonna have to block out the word that she said, but it rhymed with grape. So now she's making alleged slanderous accusations, and then also throwing in that I wonder what he's doing to our daughter. Hopefully the man is keeping receipts of conversations like this, because if that accusation impacts him at all, he's gotta sue this woman into the ground.
Well then, girlfriend, you shouldn't be looking for a man. All your energy should be there if that's how you feel. And that's just the honest truth. We a dating show over here, child. So, I mean, you want us to cry tears for you, but at the same time, you called us looking for a man with all this going on. So
that's the thing. I'm not supposed to put my life on hold because of him doing something wrong to me. God is
okay, and that's fair too, but then don't give us the sob story and get mad at us for being us.
Look, that's not a sob story. I'm just telling you what happened. I have gone to therapy.
Okay. Well, listen, I really do wish you the best in this manner. I can only imagine what that is like. Like I said, I have a friend that's going through it, and that's why certain things I knew you had to know, because my friend is very stressed out, but every month is something, you know, trying to get it, trying to focus.
all the time.
And I even feel like in my friend's case, the allegations are not true. But because I knew of that experience, I knew you had to know more than what you were saying.
Well,
And
the false allegations happened over 3 years ago.
Right.
That was 2020.
Right, but either way, though, a couple of things, Renee. When you say kidnap, that's how we got here. We got here because you have a GoFundMe that the cousins brought up. I was actually ending. And when you say stuff like kidnap on a platform like us, we have kidnap to me means I know people for real kidnap. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's happened to. So
what
when you
did was kidnap my kids because he's not a birth certificate. He literally has violated my.
I would listen. Here's the deal. I can't agree with that because you have court cases. You know what the allegations are. You know where your kids are. You've been talking to them on a video. You're in a custody situation is more appropriate. You're in a custody situation with the child's father. Kidnap is you don't know where the person is. You're trying to find them. Here's the deal. I'm gonna give y'all a real. Y'all know I come from media. I used to host the morning show in Chicago. I interviewed people who were parents who were really looking for kidnapped people. So that's why for me, that was like a big word because I'm a journalist. I have interviewed parents crying because they cannot find. And that just isn't your case. Now you have a situation with your ex, it's child custody, that's fair. But to use the word kidnap when you know where your kids are and you're raising money, because I'm a person who have talked to people who have really experienced that, I had to dig a little deeper. I wouldn't consider this kidnap.
Guys, I'm gonna end the content right here. I'll leave this video down in the description box down below so you can check out the remainder of it. It goes on for about another 10 more minutes. And I know over the past couple of weeks, we've been hard on Kendra G after that horrendous Tamron Hall interview and her back and forth with Corey Holcomb. But I do think that conversations like this does deserve a round of applause. Let's give the clap out because I think inevitably to hold a woman accountable on a platform and just not to accept the fakeness behind her words or the victimness behind the things that she's saying, I think was good. Tell me what you guys think about the case. Sound off down into the comments. And if anything, I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace. You is ratchet as they come. Rainbow weaves and batwing lashes, weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that A gift like a mug. How you big back it? Said a man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker. Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad, then